Today, I'm going to be testing every myth in 99 Nights in the Forest, starting with the first myth. Apparently, there is a way to dupe items using the biofuel processor, and in order to do this, we first need to upgrade our crafting bench to level 3, so I'll quickly go get the materials for it that I'll need to craft it. Okay, I should have enough to craft a level 3 bench now, so let's go ahead and craft a level 3 bench, and now I just need to craft the biofuel processor, so I'll go grab the stuff for that as well. Okay, I think I finally have enough stuff, so let's throw the stuff in there, and now we can craft the processor. Now the way you do this is by placing it right on top of the grinder. So I'll try to line this up the best that I can. Okay, there, that should be enough. Now let's throw in some wood in there and it should dupe it. And I think that only gave me one. Here, let me try again and see. And no, it's not working. It's still only giving me one. Yeah, I don't think this myth is true. There's no way to dupe items. Apparently there is a way to make the revolver full auto. Okay, so the way you do this is by equipping and unequipping the gun really fast. So I have this bunny here and let's see. Oh my god, yeah, it worked. Like, look how fast it's shooting. It's like a machine gun. Now, I'll shoot it normally and see how much of a difference it makes. Okay, yeah, I'm spam clicking my mouse and it's shooting way slower. So this myth is true. This makes taking down large groups of enemies a lot easier. There is a secret badge you can get by killing yourself with a bear trap. So here's all the badges, and then there's this humiliation badge that just says to complete a secret action. And that secret action being hurting yourself with a bear trap. So first we need to upgrade our crafting bench to level 2, and then we can craft the bear trap. So I'm going to chop some trees down and get the materials for it. Okay, I should have enough stuff now. So let's craft the crafting bench and now all the bear traps. Now I'll just keep running over the bear trap until I die. Okay, these do like no damage at all apparently. Okay, I'm pretty low now, so I'll just walk over it again. And yes, as you can see, you do get a badge for killing yourself with a bear trap. And now I'll check my badges and see if it's right here. And yeah, here it is right here. So this myth is definitely true. It's a pretty easy way to get a couple diamonds. Apparently, if you stand on your crafting table at night, you will be able to see a chest with a black outline. Alright, so if I get on top of this and look around, I should see something. Oh wait, I missed it. It's right there. That does look like a chest. Alright, I'm gonna wait for it to turn day and I'll go see if it's a chest. Okay, it's daytime now and I still see a black outline. The black outline was a chest though. So this myth is true, but it still has a black outline during the day. So I'm not sure if it really has anything to do with it being night. The deer got an upgrade and now has a new ram skin. Apparently this just happened and now instead of the deer, you know, looking like a deer, he now looks like a ram. So I'm going to wait for it to turn night and then we'll see if he looks any different. Okay, it's nighttime now and here he is and he's looking a little different. He definitely has some ram-like horns now too. Okay, I accidentally scared him with my flashlight and now he's gone. But from what I can see, this is true and he did get an upgraded look and it looks really cool. You can get max campfire by day 3 by duping saplings. And the way you do this is first by chopping down all the trees in the starting area. Then you take all the logs and put them by the fire for now. After chopping all the trees down, you then want to grab all the saplings. And when you go to place them, you want to press E and F at the same time and that should dupe them as well. Now we wait for the trees to grow and we can place all the wood that we have into the campfire. Okay, it's the next day now and the trees have grown, so let's chop them all down again. This is taking way too long. Like, I need a better axe for this. Okay, I think this was the last tree. Now I should be able to dump all the logs into the fire and it's gonna max out. Okay, it doesn't seem to be going up very much. Okay, I'm on my last batch of logs, so maybe this will work. Okay, yeah, this didn't work. It's only level 4 and only has like 52 out of 100 on the progress bar. So this myth is definitely false. There is a way to rescue the Dino kid without having to fight or take damage from the wolves. First, let's go find where the kid is. Okay, I found the wolf cave and what we need to do is leave the wolves away from the gate. Okay, I should have led them far enough away. Let's start heading back to the gate. Okay, and they just respawned in front again. Alright, let's try leading them away again. So what you want to do is walk all the way up against the gate and then type /E dance and then press control right when it starts to dance. Okay, I don't think this is working and now I have a wolf on me. And I died. Okay, let's try that again. Maybe have to move my camera like against the gate as well. Yeah, this isn't working either. I don't think this myth is true, or at least it was patched. Apparently you're able to jump over the barrier and spawn. So as you know, you're not able to move past this gray wall here. But if you get a friend and you both line up against the wall and jump on their head and then start jumping at the same time, we should be able to fly up. Alright, it doesn't seem like I'm going any higher. Maybe we need to be sprinting at the wall as well. Oh my god, yeah, look, it's working. Oh. never mind, it stopped. Okay, I don't think this is working, but we almost got it to work, so I'll say this myth is probably true, but we just suck. Apparently the deer will not attack you on the first night. Alright, so instead of attacking you, he will just run away because he's actually scared of you. So let's now wait for it to turn night. Okay, so there he is right there. Let's try sprinting at him. Oh wait, yeah, look, he's running away from me. Where did he go? He just like disappeared. Okay, so this myth is true, but I guess if you chase him long enough, he just vanishes. Alright, that myth got me thinking though. Is it possible to kill the deer while it runs away from you? Okay, so let's load up a new game and see if it works. So the way I'm going to try and kill him is using a revolver because he runs too fast. Okay, so there he is again, and now let's try shooting him. Alright, nothing appears to be doing damage. Yeah, I don't think this is working. Okay, now he's just gone. Yeah, this myth isn't true. You're not able to kill him on the first night. Apparently, you can chop 2 trees at once if they're close enough to each other. Okay, so if you have 2 trees next to each other like this, you should be able to hit both at the same time. Okay, yeah, it seems to be working. And yeah, both trees fell, so this myth is definitely true. That's actually a really useful farming technique. You are able to ride the deer at night. So what you need is for someone to shine a flashlight at them, and then you can jump on top of them. Bro, where is this deer? He's taking forever to spawn. Okay, he's right there. Alright, shine the flashlight at him. Alright, I'm going to jump on top of him now. Wait, it worked. Oh no, he's attacking me still. Yeah, I don't think you can ride him. He's very angry at me. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Here, I'll stun him instead. Try jumping on him. Oh my god, no, my flashlight died. Yeah, I think I'm dead. Yeah, this myth is true, but he will still kill you, so I don't know how useful that will be. Apparently, you can find super chests by digging up dirt patches. So these dirt patches spawn around the map, and when you dig them up, they show an arrow with a chest. And I guess that means it's actually a super chest. So let's go in the direction of the arrow, and I think it's this tower right here. Okay, that looks just like a normal chest, but let's open it up anyway. An old flashlight. Yeah, this myth isn't true. There's no super chests up here. You can shoot gas canisters to blow up buildings. So I have 3 gas cans, and I'm going to put one here, and then I'll put another one outside. Let's run away first, because we don't want to be blowing up ourselves. Now, let's try shooting the gas cans. Alright, nothing seems to be happening here. Yeah, I shot these things like 10 times, and they didn't blow up. So this myth is false, and you're not able to blow up stuff. You can avoid dying to the deer at night by jumping on top of a watchtower. So the only way you can actually get on top is you need to jump on top of another player, and you want them to stand on the railing, and then you jump on their head, and then you can jump on the roof after. So now I'm on top of the tower, so let's wait for night for the deer to spawn. This is low-key a really good sniping spot. Like, I can shoot everything around the map. Okay, it's nighttime, and now we wait for the deer to come. I'm seeing no signs of the deer right now. Maybe he just doesn't know I'm outside. Yeah, so this myth is true. The deer won't come get you on top of the tower. Today, I'll be testing every secret that includes new codes that give you diamonds and even some insane glitches. Starting with the first secret. If you type something in the chat while fishing, you'll get free diamonds. So let's go find a fishing rod and see if this is true. Bruh, it feels like I've been looking for way too long and I can't find it. Okay, I finally found the building, so let's grab a rod and now we can start fishing. And while the minigame is playing, we just type in the chat, yay fishing, and it will give you diamonds. Oh my god, yeah, look, it worked. I dropped 2 diamonds on the ground. So this secret does work. It only gives you 2 diamonds though, so it's not a whole lot, but when you're broke like me, that makes a huge difference. Now make sure to keep watching as I'll show you 2 brand new codes that actually work. Now there's also another way to get free diamonds like the fishing one, and for this one, all you have to do is go into the chat and type yay diamonds, and this will give us free diamonds just like the fishing one. Alright, it doesn't look like it dropped any diamonds on me, so this definitely didn't work, but maybe I can reverse psychology it and type sad diamonds. Okay, this one didn't work either. I think the game caught on to my thinking, unfortunately. Now, what if I told you they added new codes to the game? We all know about the code After Party that gives like 15 gems, but apparently they added even more codes, and there's like 100 videos given these codes. So I'm gonna try all these new codes and see if they work. Starting with the first code here, which is going to be tame a pet. Click submit and code doesn't exist. Alright, so that one didn't work, but let's try the next one. one. This code is going to be new boss soon. So I guess that means there's going to be a new boss soon. But anyway, let's click submit. Yeah, code doesn't exist either. So that's 2 wrong. Hopefully the next one works. Okay, this next one is called Forever Gems. Let's click submit and code doesn't exist again. However, keep watching as I do actually have a secret code that I will reveal soon. But for now, you'll have to see this next one because people are saying this one actually works. And this code is called Taming Update for the new Taming Update, which actually isn't that new anymore. But let's click submit and yeah, no surprise, code doesn't exist either. Let's just jump right into the next code, which is going to be Halloween soon. Click submit, code doesn't exist either. I think I'm just going to keep ripping off these codes until I get one that actually works. Alright, so this one's going to be Ghost Deer, and I'm going to click submit in 3, 2, 1. And nope, it isn't real either. Alright, next one. New classes. Click submit and that didn't work either. Alright, I've been having a lot not work, but I'm confident about this next one, which is legendary drop. Alright, that one didn't work. I guess I got confident about it for no reason. For now, let's start with the codes and I'm going to show you a new secret that gives you a bunch of free diamonds and even resources. And for this, we're going to be hacking into the admin console. So let's hop into a game and then we're going to open up the chat and type /admin console enable. Alright, nothing seems to have happened, but apparently we can now spawn in resources and even diamonds. So now I guess I can type /bring logs all and this will bring all the logs to me. I'm not seeing any logs around me. I don't think this is working so far, but let's try typing the next command, which is supposed to give you free diamonds. First step is typing /admin console level 2. I guess level 1 wasn't enough. And now after that we can type /diamond bring all 1000 and see if it works. Nope, doesn't look like any diamonds came to me, so this definitely not true. You can't hack into the admin console. And for this next secret, if you type something in the chat before killing a wolf, it will drop diamonds. So I found a wolf here, and now if we type diamond wolf in the chat, and when I kill it, it's gonna drop diamonds. So let's shoot the wolf, and alright, I'm not seeing any diamonds. Maybe it's like a random chance to drop those, so let's just kill a couple more. So let's kill these 2 right here. Okay, nothing dropped from that one there, but let's see if this one will drop any. Yeah, nothing dropped from this one either, so this secret doesn't work. Let's try putting a couple more codes that I found. And the first I got is trick or treat. Let's submit, and it's not real. What about this next one? Pumpkin. Click submit. Yeah, this one didn't work either, I guess. Alright, I got 2 last codes here, and one of them will work. So the first one is Halloween party. Click submit, and code doesn't exist. That now leaves me with one last code to try, which is gonna be ghost. Let's click submit in 3, 2, 1. And yeah, that one doesn't work either, I guess. Okay, that was me testing out all the new codes and secrets. Today, I'm going to be crafting every item in the new Meteor update. We will be crafting every single tool and armor upgrade and even a brand new chest with OP loot inside of it. But before I can craft any of that, I first need to upgrade my campfire to level 5. So I'm going to try and speedrun this as fast as possible. Nice, I already found 1 piece of coal already. Now I can chop this tree down and this will get me to level 3. Now if you're wondering why I need a level 5 campfire, it's to expand my map big enough so I can get all the shiny meteor shards that spawn in. And also I need to wait until like day 3 for the meteor shower to happen. I've already found 2 pieces of coal and I just need to find some fuel cans now. There's our first fuel can right there. I'll also take this armor because why not? And that's another fuel can there. Another piece of coal there. And now this should be enough for level 4 now. Alright, nice. Now I just need to upgrade it one more time. Yo, come here deer, let's fight. Oh, he running. Yeah, this guy is scared of me. I'm just too strong. Anyways, let's keep looking for fuel. And that's 1 fuel can there. And that's 2. Now that's number 3 there. And I should have enough fuel cans for level 5, I think. Nope, it was not enough. It's only at like 88, so I guess I'll go chop some trees down really quick. Okay, that should be enough. And now we just need to wait for the meteor shower to start. Oh, here we go. The meteors are coming in finally. I still can't get over how cool this looks. Okay, it's daytime now, and a bunch of meteors just fell, so let's start heading over to a crash site and begin farming. And I found a pretty big crash site already, so that's really good. Let's just kill this craft first, and now we can start mining these shards. I'm gonna grab this obsidian ore as well. I don't think I'm gonna need it just yet, but I'll take them anyway. Now I just need to find where the anvil is, and it looks like it's just down the map here. Oh, and I found my second meteor site as well, and it's right next to the anvil. So here's the anvil here, and all I gotta do is forge the anvil first. So if I just add this piece, and then add this piece as well, it's gonna craft this anvil. And just like that, we have the anvil now. Alright, nice. So now let's see what we want to craft first. And the first item I'm going to craft will be the axe trim kit. And for this, we're gonna need 10 meteor shards and 3 gold shards. I already have some gathered, and I think what you need to do is just drop it on top of the anvil. I don't think that worked. I think I did something wrong here. Okay, I realized what I did wrong. I need to select the blueprint first, and then drop the stuff on the anvil. So let's select the blueprint first, and now we can craft the anvil. And there we go, it's starting to forge the axe trim now. And there we go, that's item number 1 down. So now let's equip it to my axe. Wait, that's so cool. It's like all gold now, that's sick. I want to go chomp down a tree and see how strong it actually is. Okay, that seems to be taking a lot less hits to knock it down. Yeah, so the axe trim is actually really useful, even on like a basic good axe. But with that out of the way, we can now move on to item number 2, which is the armor trim kit. And for that, I'll just need to gather 10 more meteor shards and 5 gold shards. So let's grab those as well. Unfortunately, it is nighttime though, so I gotta wait for it to turn day first. Okay, it's daytime now, so let's go grab all the shards that I need. Okay, I should have all the meteor shards I need to craft the armor kit. So once it turns day again, I will go and craft it. Okay, let's drop all the gold shards into the anvil, and now we just wait for it to craft. And for some reason, this wolf is trying to kill me, so let me get rid of this really quick. Anyway, here is the armor trim kit. Now I'll equip it even though I only have leather armor. And this is how it looks, and it looks really cool. Like, it just gives like a little gold line around the arms and waist. Now I wonder how much stronger it actually makes the armor. It probably would have been a lot better to put it on like stronger armor, but this looks cooler either way. Now with that crafted, we are now 2 out of 4 items crafted, and the next item on our list is the obsidian boots. I still don't understand why it's called obsidian and not obsidian. The name looks weird to me, but I'm still gonna call it obsidian even if that's not what it's called. But for the boots, we're gonna need 10 meteor shards and 1 obsidian ingot. I almost have enough meteor shards already, so all I really need is the ingot. And the way we're gonna make this is you need to break off stone, then smelt it in very hot liquid, and then cool it off in cold liquid. Now I'm not sure how I'm supposed to break off the stone. I do remember seeing something where I just have to drop it from like really high up. So I'll try seeing if that works, but first I'm gonna try hitting it with an axe. Okay, nah, this isn't working, so I guess I'll just try dropping it. So I think if I drop it from like here, okay, I think it worked. Wait, where did it go though? Oh, okay, it's right here. So here we go, raw obsidian ore. Okay, so now that we did get that step, I just need to find lava and burn the ore now. And I managed to find a meteor site with a lava pool, but first I need to get rid of this wolf. Oh my god, I was just almost struck with lightning. Okay, with all that out of the way finally, let's start melting the ore. So I'll just throw it in there. Okay, let's grab it out of the lava, and oh my god, look, it's like golden now, but I need to drop it into water quickly. And it worked. Okay, we have our first obsidian ingot, and it looks really cool. So now I think I have everything I need. I need to just pick everything up, and then we head back to the forge. So let's dump all our stuff on the anvil, and now we wait for it to craft. Okay, here we go. The obsidian boots. Let's put them on. Oh, these are sick. They look extremely cool. I also have this armor HP bar too, and I don't know if that means if it gets to 0, it breaks, and you'll need to make another one. Hopefully not, because these are actually really costly. Oh, and I'm being attacked. This is actually a really good time to test the boots. Wait, I think when I took damage, the bar on my boots went up. I wonder what's gonna happen when the bar is full, but I don't have any ammo right now, and I don't want to die, so I'm just gonna wait on testing that out. Now, with the boots crafted, all that's left is the obsidian chest, and this one's gonna cost a lot. I'm gonna need 3 whole obsidian ingots and 5 gold shards. I don't know how I'm gonna find all that stuff. I've already found like 6, 7 meteor sites, and I don't know how many actually spawn on the map. Oh, I actually ended up leaving 2 obsidian ores here, so let me grab these real quick. Now, I should have enough obsidian ore. I just need to get the 5 gold shards now, but I'm gonna go ahead and actually make the ingots first. Now, with the ingots made, let's go find some gold shards. Okay, I've been looking for a while, and I can't get any gold shards for some reason. Well, it turns out I actually had all the gold shards I needed already at the anvil. So let's just go ahead and add the obsidian ingots onto the anvil, and here it is, the obsidian chest chest blueprint. Let's go back to the campfire and place it, and we'll see what we can get. I actually have no idea what's inside of the chest. I hope it's gonna be something really cool though. Wait, look, it's like glowing around the chest. That's really cool. Alright, I made it back to base now, so it's time to place it down and see what I'm gonna get. And I'll drop it right here. Ooh, oh my god, look at that. It looks sick. Oh, this is cool. This has gotta be like the nicest looking chest in the game. Okay, enough looking at the chest. Let's actually open it up. Alright, what do we get? What do we get? Come on, be something good. Ooh, I got the Obsidian chest plate. Look at that. Alright, let's put this on. Ooh, this is sick. I look really cool. I have like full Obsidian armor now too. I definitely should have put the gold trim on this instead of the leather chest plate. I have to be like invincible now with this too, surely. Uh-oh, the campfire ran out. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, the deer is hungry. Oh my god, thankfully it turned day. That just actually scared me so bad. Okay, I've crafted everything now, but there's still one last thing I want to do, and that's getting the armor bar full and see what happens. So let's just find some like wolves or something. Okay, it's almost full now. I just need to take like one more hit. Okay, it's full now. Oh my god, wait, what was that? Just like shattered the ground. So I guess that's what filling up the bar does. It like shatters the ground, hurting enemies around you. That's so OP. Okay, after finding out what that does, I have now crafted all the Meteor loot items, and I'm a big fan of what the armor looks like. Today, I'm going to be testing every myth in Roblox Forsaken, starting with the first myth. There's a new status called Hemorrhage. Okay, so if I go into the command panel here and check statuses, there should be a new status I can give myself. And yeah, here it is right here. Now, I'll have to go into a game to show what it does. Okay, so if you have the effect, and I think if I take damage past like 50 HP, I won't be able to heal past like 45 HP. So even if I use this med kit here, it won't go past like 45 HP. And yeah, as you can see, it only healed me 10 HP. Alright, so I'll try using another med kit and see if it does anything. And no, I'm still at 45 HP. Now, I have no idea how you actually get this effect. I think it's only in private servers right now. But this seems like a pretty good effect for the killers to give out to survivors. There were 2 new items added to the game. Alright, I'll go check the command panel and see if there was anything. Okay, I think I found them right here. So I believe it was fake Bloxy Cola and fake medkit that got added to the game. I'm going to give myself one, and then I'll give myself a regular Bloxy Cola because the textures are actually pretty different. So for the fake Bloxy Cola, the yellow outline on the Bloxy is like super faded, but on the regular Bloxy Cola, the outline is like thick, so you're still able to tell which one is fake or not. Now, the fake Bloxy Cola doesn't actually do anything if you drink it though. Yeah, it just doesn't do anything when you drink it. And for the fake medkit, there isn't actually any differences on them. They both look the same, at least from what I can tell, and just like the Bloxy Cola, the fake medkit doesn't do anything either. You can kill the cat in the lobby and it will disappear. Alright, this one is pretty messed up, but let's turn myself into a killer really quick. Now let's see, am I able to hit it? Okay, yeah, it's taking damage. Oh my god, it just flew away. I'm so sorry I just did that. Why did he have to die like that? Like, I actually feel so bad for doing that. Okay, I'm going to make up for it though. I'm gonna kill Elliot right here. Oh my god, how much HP does this guy have? Like, he just isn't dying. Okay, I give up. No matter how many times I hit Elliot, he just won't die. As you can see, the cat did disappear here, so this is definitely true. If you say the word uwu in the chat as blue screen of death, it will light you on fire. Alright, I can't believe I just said that word, but let's try it. Okay, let's equip the blue screen skin, and then I'll set myself as survivor. I'm not gonna lie, the skin is actually pretty good. Okay, let's type into the chat. Thankfully, I'm on a private server though, so no one's gonna be able to see this cringe. Alright, anyway, let's type uwu, and yeah, I'm on fire, and I have like 3 different debuffs. Oh my god, it just killed me. So yeah, this one is true. It gives you like 3 different debuffs and then kills you after a while. I mean, if you're typing that in the chat, you kind of deserve it though, to be honest. There is a secret cool kid kill animation. So apparently if you kill 007N7 as cool kid, he will like gently place him on the ground, because there's like a lore where they're like brothers or something. Alright, so let's kill him and it should give me a new animation. Joe, why are you running, bro? Come back. Wait, what? That wasn't even you. Okay, anyway, now let's see. Okay, yeah, he just like gently places him on the ground. Now I'll go kill a different survivor to compare the two. Okay, yeah, he tosses everybody else like really far. So this is true. Cool Kid and 007N7 are like brothers, I guess. Apparently you can x-ray through walls with the Love Shot Berserker skin. Okay, first I need to buy the Love Shot skin. Alright, now I'm in game, and I think the way you do this is by walking up to a wall and zooming in. Okay, so if I walk up to this wall and zoom in to where I'm like transparent, it should work. Okay, it doesn't look like anything is working. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be like removing the walls around me. Okay, so I'm gonna move my friend behind a wall in front of me and see if that works, because maybe he's just like too far away. Alright, he's right behind this rock here, and yeah, it doesn't look like I'm able to see through walls with this, even if he's right in front of the wall. So this myth is false. You can't x-ray. You can phase through walls with Jason. Alright, so the way you do this is by walking up to a wall, and if Jason uses his gashing wound ability, it'll phase you through the wall. Okay, here, try attacking me now. Oh wait, it worked. I got kicked through the wall. That makes getting out really easy if you can somehow get them to use that ability. Yo, leave me alone, bro. Why do I have slowness? And I'm dead. Okay. Anyway, this myth is true. You can phase through walls. And speaking of phasing through walls, there's a secret room on the Brandon Works map. So if you use the method of phasing through walls with Jason, you can access this secret room. Now, I don't know where this room is located. All I remember is it's by a gray wall. Okay, I like can't find this room anywhere. I have no idea where it is. Oh wait, I found it. It's just right by this castle. So yeah, it's just this wall here, I believe. Alright, so if he attacks, I should get in. Okay, wait, I'm inside? And never mind, I'm back outside. Okay, let's try again. I think I need to heal it first though. Alright, attack me again. Okay, I'm inside the wall again. And nope, it just kicks me back outside. Maybe if I try a different side of the wall, it will work. So I'm gonna try going up in the front. Okay, wait, I think it worked. Yeah, I'm still inside. Except I'm like fully glitching inside of here. I like can't move or do anything here. Okay, and it just spit me back outside of the wall. Yeah, so this isn't true. There's no secret room on this map. There might not be a secret room on that map, but there's a secret bunker you can go inside of in the lobby. So if you walk behind the house outside of the lobby, there's this like cellar, and I just have to use the same technique with Jason. Okay, I'm inside, and I like can't see anything because of my big ass head. Yeah, so there's nothing in here. It's just an empty wooden box. I know it's a glitch and everything, but they should definitely add like Easter eggs inside of these places, because that would be pretty cool. You can spawn in a Glock using the command panel. So apparently if I check the items you can give players, there's gonna be a Glock. And yeah, here it is right here. There's also an assault rifle you can get too.
Hey, I got a Glock in my Lorry.
Yeah, for whatever reason, there's also this icon for the gun. I don't know why. But here's the Glock, and you get like 128 bullets for it. Now, I don't think you can obtain this in the game, because, you know, that would be pretty broken if you could just shoot the killer. But if you're playing in a private server, you could have some fun messing around with this thing. There is a secret on the map, Ultimate Assassin's Ground. So apparently if you walk over to this building right here, on top of the building, there's like a cat playing on the TV. Okay, I need to like find a way to get high up first. I really wish you could like jump in this game. It would make it like 10 times easier. Oh wait, I think that's the TV there. I mean, I don't know what else could possibly be up there. Alright, I might be able to get on top of these rocks here. Okay, never mind, I just can't. Oh, maybe this house is high enough. Yeah, wait, I think I see it right there. You can like barely see anything, but I'm pretty sure it looks like a cat on a TV there. I mean, I could entirely be wrong, but I'm going to say this is true because, I mean, like what else would possibly be up there? Apparently, if you tab out of your game long enough, weird text will begin to appear. Alright, I'm not sure how long it will take, so I'm just gonna tab out for like 5 minutes. Okay, I just checked my game and I have like all these weird curses on my screen, and it's saying stuff like don't turn around and the air is heavier, which is pretty scary. Okay, like 30 seconds have passed and now my screen's even darker and the texts are getting like even crazier. Alright, I'm going to tab back into my game and let's see if that gets rid of it. And yeah, the moment you tab back in, it just goes away. So yeah, this myth is true and that's pretty cool.
Did you know there's a new secret AI Diddy killer in Roblox Forsaken? If you talk to the pizza guy in the lobby and say an ancient Egyptian curse 3 times backwards, you can unlock the new AI Diddy killer in Forsaken.
Alright, so I have no idea what I just watched, and this is most definitely fake, but I'll give it a try anyway. Alright, so I have to walk up to this pizza guy here. I don't actually know any Egyptian curses, but if you do know any, leave a comment. Okay, I did a quick Google search, and I found some Egyptian curses. Alright, maybe those curses worked. Let's go check the killers I have unlocked and see if I got any new ones. And yeah, I don't think I have any new killers, especially AI Diddy. So this isn't true. I mean, who really is surprised here? Today I'm going to be testing every myth and grow a garden, starting with the first myth. Apparently they removed the Beanstalk and Ember Lily seeds from the shop. I don't know why they would remove them, especially the Ember Lily, because that was like added 2 weeks ago. But let's check the shop, and okay, they added a bunch of new seeds. I guess I'll buy some of the cauliflower seeds here. And yeah, there's no Beanstalk or Ember Lily seeds. There's only one prismatic plant left in the shop now, but they did add like a bunch of new seeds though, which is pretty cool. That's really unfortunate they removed the Beanstalk, because I never managed to get one, but at least I did manage to get an Ember Lily seed before it got removed. You can still get Beanstalk and Ember Lily seeds from the new summer harvest stand. So in the recent update, they added this new reward stand where you can get like honey, whatever this crate is, and like pepper seeds. And if I scroll to the bottom, it should have Beanstalk and Ember Lilies. And yeah, those are Beanstalk and Ember Lily seeds right there. At least I think that's Beanstalk. The color seems to be a little off, but that doesn't matter because I know for a fact that's Ember Lilies. So this is true. If you fall off the map and walk inside, you will find Herobrine. Now this one is crazy, it doesn't even make sense, but there's video evidence, so it has to be true. Alright, I'm going to try jumping off behind the shop first. And okay, I just died. Alright, let me go to a different side, maybe that one will work. Okay, nope, that didn't work. I'm just trying every side because I don't know what side he jumped from. Alright, time for the last side. And yeah, this one isn't true. Herobrine isn't in Grow a Garden. If you delete a huge plant and plant new seeds in the next 20 seconds, they will be huge. So as you can see, I have this really big coconut tree, and this is what I'm going to be removing. If this doesn't work, I'm going to be really sad because I love this tree. First, I'm going to harvest everything on the tree. Now, let's see what plants I want to grow. Alright, I'll try growing dragon fruit, a cactus, and then another coconut tree. Okay, I'm going to delete this tree. Alright, now I need to go plant all my seeds. Okay, I planted everything now, so all that's left is to wait and see. Okay, it's been a couple hours, and this is what it looks like now. And as you can see, there are no big plants. I can't even tell what I planted. I think it's this coconut tree I planted, and it's not even like 1/10 of the size. Sadly, this myth isn't true, and all I did was lose my favorite plant. If you jump off the map while opening a pack, you will get the sunflower seed. Okay, if this is true, that would be great because I've opened like 500 packs and I still haven't gotten a sunflower yet. Alright, now I just gotta jump and open as I fall. Okay, I didn't even jump, I just fell off, but let's see what I get, and I got a foxglove seed. Alright, let's try jumping again, except this time I'll actually jump. And I got a rose seed, just what I wanted. Yeah, it's safe to say that this one is false. Jumping off the map doesn't increase your odds. You can still move plants while in another person's garden. Okay, so let's just grab my trowel and I'm gonna walk over to this guy's garden. Wow, this guy's garden is really nice. I wish I had a nice garden like this. Alright, let's get to the top of his garden. Alright, this looks like a good enough spot, so I'm gonna try grabbing this cactus and I'll move it over here, and yeah, it worked. I can pretty much grab any plant and move it even while I'm way over here, so this is definitely true. You can duplicate fruits by falling off the map when you click sell. Alright, first I'm gonna need a fruit. This peach looks good enough, so let's grab it out of my backpack. Okay, so I think I just need to click sell as I'm running away. And okay, it just went away. Maybe if I ask to sell farther away, it'll work. And no, it just goes out of range. It seems if I walk past the shadow of the stand, it goes away. Okay, maybe if I just click sell and jump off the map, it'll still work. And no, I still have the peach. Yeah, I don't think this one works because there seems to be a limit on how far you can be when you click the sell button. You can get special seeds by spamming a watering can on a cosmetic. Now, this gotta be the stupidest one yet, but let's try anyway. Okay, I have 191 watering cans, but I don't even know if I have a cosmetic. As you can see, I really don't care about making my garden look nice. Okay, but I do have this big boulder though, so this should work. Why can't I water it? Oh, wait, maybe I just need to move it inside of my garden. Okay, now let's try. I definitely look stupid doing this. Yeah, my pet bee definitely making fun of me for doing this. Okay, I've gone through about like 90 watering cans. Let's check my backpack and see if I have any seeds. And looks like I don't have anything special in my backpack. They're all pretty normal. So this is definitely false. It just makes you look like an idiot. Apparently you can get special seeds from doing your daily tasks. So pretty much what I need to do is to complete the tasks here. So harvest 50 strawberries, plant 100 carrots, and harvest 25 apples. After I do all that, I'll get 3 seed packs. So I need to go to the shop first and buy a bunch of carrots and strawberries. So I'll plant some strawberries here and start spamming a bunch of carrots. Alright, I finished doing all my daily tasks now, so let's go claim play my seed packs. Now I should be able to get something not available in the shop normally. And I got a watermelon. Alright, let's open up another one. Watermelon again. And now for the last one. Pumpkin. But wait, I see raspberries at the end there. And that's not in the shop, I think. I'm gonna go double check the shop first. And yeah, there's no raspberry seeds in the shop. So this is true. You can get special seeds from these seed packs here. If you rotate and plant 360 degrees, it will grow a mutation. Alright, so let's grab my trowel and find something to rotate. Alright, I'm going to plant some pumpkins down here and then rotate it. Okay, I just realized this wouldn't work. I need to do it with a prickly bush. Alright, I'm going to use the strawberries here. First, let's collect everything from the bush. Now I'll rotate this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. Now we just wait for it to grow. Let's see if this one looks mutated, and it just looks like a normal strawberry. Yeah, it seems to like everything growing is just normal. So this myth is false. There's a way you get an infinite sprinkler timer. Alright, so the way you do this is by having basic sprinklers and then either a godly or a master sprinkler. For this one, I'm using a godly one. Now, if I just place a basic sprinkler, then delete it after, and I just keep doing this a couple times, now I should be able to place down a godly one and the timer will stay at 5 minutes. And no, the timer is still going down. This definitely didn't work. I just wasted a bunch of sprinklers for like no reason there. There's a button you can press behind the shop. Alright, let's head to the shop to check. Okay, is it just me or does Tom look really different right now? He's looking really suspicious. It's like he's up to something right now. Anyways, let's get behind him.
What do you mean by that?
And yeah, there doesn't look to be any buttons on the stand here. I think the only myth here is whether or not Mr. Tom is up to no good. And I'm gonna say that he's not. You can get a speed boost by dancing and equipping an egg. Alright, so first thing I need to do is go buy an egg because I don't have any. Alright, I'll just get this common one. So now all I have to do is type /E dance 2 and then equip an egg. And now if I just shift lock, okay, I seem to be moving at a normal speed. Alright, maybe I just messed it up, so I'll try again. Okay, I'm definitely moving at normal speed. Alright, maybe I'm just not doing it fast enough. Okay, well, now I'm moving slower and I think it's because it's freezing outside. But that could be another myth. Do you move slower while it's freezing? And yeah, I'm definitely moving slower. Apparently, if you jump off a high place, it will break your bones. So as you can see, I have this really big coconut tree. Can I even climb this thing? Oh, okay, I can just run up on it. Alright, now I just jump on the top. Alright, and now I'm at the very top of the tree. And as you can see, this thing is very high up. So I should be able to break my bones from here. Alright, now it's time for me to jump. And okay, it looks like nothing happened. I seem perfectly fine somehow. So this myth is definitely false. Now I heard you can instantly grow your plants if you plant a seed the moment you log in, right before the white glow shows. Alright, so the moment I load into this game, I need to plant a seed right away. So let's just spam click the loading faster. Okay, now I'm going to plant this bamboo seed, and now we just wait for the screen. And it's not giving me the screen. Yeah, I think something is wrong. It just won't do it. Alright, I'm going to leave and rejoin after a couple minutes to see if that can fix it. Okay, gonna plant another bamboo seed. And alright, it's still broken. Yeah, so I don't know what's wrong. I can't seem to get it to work. So I'm just gonna leave this myth as a maybe. The hive fruit is glitched and will sell for the wrong price. Alright, so just gotta go to my hive fruit plant. And this one seems perfect. It even has 4 mutations on it. So now we just gotta go over to sell it. First, let's ask him how much it's worth. And he says it's worth 14.9 million shekels, which is definitely a lot for me. As you can see, I'm pretty poor. Okay, I'm going to type in the chat 14.9 million. Now let's sell the hive fruit and see. And okay, it's sold for 14.9 million shekels, and thankfully that's the same as what he said it was worth. So this myth is definitely false. You won't get scammed selling the hive fruit. Apparently you can auto harvest by clicking E and escape at the same time. So let's walk over to a crowded spot in my garden. Okay, this looks like a good spot. So if I just press E and escape, this should work. And nothing happened. I think I messed up. So let's try again. Alright, and I just keep messing it up. Oh, okay, I got it. It looks like it's working. You can see the number going up in the bottom right of my screen. And let me just open up my backpack up. And yeah, all the blood bananas that I just harvested are right there. So this myth is definitely true. And this definitely makes harvesting way better if you have a messy garden like mine. If you steal a pepper from someone's garden, it will be at least 15 kilograms. So let's go find somebody to rob. And it looks like there's 2 pretty rich people in my lobby already. Alright, I'm going to go rob Mr. Cartier over here. But before I rob him, I'm going to give him a like on his garden. Because after all, I am a nice robber. Alright, and now I just need to see if he has a pepper tree. And it looks like he has one right here. I'm going to grab the smallest one he has because I need to make sure it's not going to be close to 15 kilograms already. And this one looks perfect right here. Now let's spend the 37 Robux to steal it. And I'll check my backpack. And it looks like it only says it's 3.85 kilograms. And that's nowhere near 15 kilograms. So this myth is definitely false. Sorry for robbing you, man. It had to be done. You can glitch and get Beanstalk seeds by spam clicking over 100 times in the shop. This one seems pretty dumb because if it was true, everyone would be doing it. But let's try anyway. Alright, and as you can see, there's no Beanstalk seeds in stock. So let's just spam click. Okay, yeah, I'm not the fastest clicker in the world, but I've been clicking for over 20 seconds, so that should be enough. Let's open up my backpack and search for Beanstalk, and nothing comes up. So yeah, this is false. I'm not really surprised, but it would be pretty nice if it was true, as I still have yet to own one. If you spam watering cans on a plant, it would give the rainbow mutation. So I'm just gonna go plant a random pumpkin down, and now let's just spam watering cans to it. I have like over 60 watering cans, so that should be plenty enough, I hope. And I'm almost out of cans, and I don't see a mutation yet. Yeah, this should just say normal pumpkin. I just wasted over 60 watering cans for a simple pumpkin. Yeah, this myth is definitely false. Apparently, you can get a speed boost from holding celestial berries. So let's just walk over to my celestial berry bushes. Now, I'm not sure if the weight of them matters or not, so I'm just gonna go grab this one because it looks like it's the biggest one. And it's about 11 kilograms. Now, I think you just hold on to it and lock your screen, and then you just jump. Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm moving slower and not faster. It doesn't appear to be working right now. Alright, maybe I need to go try a different size. I have a 13 kilogram one here, and it doesn't look to be working either. I'm just gonna go grab all my celestial berries and see if I have anything over 15 kilograms, as that might be big enough to work. Alright, I don't have anything bigger than 13 kilograms, and it didn't work, so I'm just gonna say that this one is false. It could be true if it was a bigger one, but unfortunately I'm poor and I don't have a bigger one. You can stack plants by clicking cancel while using the trowel. So I'm gonna grab my trowel here, and I'll try moving this coconut tree inside of the other one here. Now, I'm not able to click inside of the tree, but if I click cancel, it should place it in there. Canceled moving coconut. Yeah, it didn't seem to work. I'll try it one more time to see if it works. And yeah, it's not working. It's just going back to the original spot. So this myth is false. Apparently, you can still get a cherry blossom seed by joining an old server. So if I go to the server list and find servers that only have one person in them, it has a chance of being an old server. So let's join the one with the bald guy here. Now, it seems to be a full server, and yeah, it doesn't look to be an old server because there's the B update here. But let's go to the shop and check if it's there. And we're gonna scroll to the bottom, and it doesn't seem to be here. I'll try joining another server because maybe I just got unlucky. And looks like it's still the new update. Now, I'll check the shop just in case, and yeah, there's no candy blossoms here. I don't think there will ever be a way to get candy blossoms again, unfortunately. But this myth is false. Apparently, if you don't feed your pets for 24 hours, they will die. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think this one is true because I used to not feed my pets. Before you get mad at me though, I had no idea you had to feed them at first. Now, I gave my pet hedgehog a little bit of food, so now I'm just gonna wait for it to deplete for a day and see if it's dead. Okay, it's been about a day now, and all of my pets actually are starving, and they don't appear to be dead. They still show up on the side, and yeah, I can still see my hedgehog and mole still roaming around. So thankfully this myth is false, and if you're a bad parent and don't feed your pets, they won't die. The timer on sprinklers won't go down if you're AFK. So I'm going to grab a basic sprinkler and place it on the ground here, and okay, it's about 4 minutes and 50 seconds. So let's log out, and now I'm just gonna wait like about 15 minutes and come back and see if it went down at all. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes, so let's log back in and check the timer. Okay, it still seems to be here, and let's look at the time left, and yeah, it's like 4 minutes and 10 seconds left. So I guess that means this myth is true. It did go down in time, but only like 40 seconds after 15 minutes. So that makes this true in my book. Alright, now this next myth is pretty stupid, but if you plant a coconut seed and a dragon fruit seed next to each other with a sprinkler, it will combine the plant. So I have a coconut seed here and a dragon fruit seed, and I'm going to use a basic sprinkler and an advanced one, and lastly a godly sprinkler. Now just gonna plant them as close as I can. Okay, so we just have to wait for them to grow. It didn't say which sprinklers to use, which is why I used 3 different ones, but I'll come back when they're grown. Okay, it's been pretty long, so let's check the seed, and looks to be 2 different plants, and somehow my sprinklers are still there. Yeah, I know this myth sounded stupid, but it would have been pretty cool if it was true. true. Apparently, sprinklers don't only make fruit size bigger, but they also make the plant size bigger. Now, when I first started, I actually thought this one was true. So hopefully this makes me feel like a genius. I'm going to plant 2 cactus seeds, and I'll use one with an advanced sprinkler and then a basic one. First, I'll plant the one without any sprinklers all the way in the back here. And now I'll just plant the other one with 2 sprinklers. Now we just wait for them to grow. Alright, they appear to be fully grown now. And here is the one that I used with 2 different sprinklers. And it looks pretty small. Now let's check the other one that didn't have any. And wow, this one is way bigger. It also has like 4 spots to grow a cactus, while the other one can only grow 1. So this myth isn't true, and I really did waste so many sprinklers thinking it would make my plant size bigger. If you change the graphics of your game, it would change the color of mutations of your plants. So this is what it looks like on max graphics. Now let's change it to the lowest graphics setting. And wow, this game looks bad looking. It's like 2008 Roblox out here. It doesn't seem like any of my plants have a different color, but let's go back to the max settings. And yeah, it's the same colors. The only difference is that there's like more foliage. So this is not true. If you use a watering can on an egg, it will give you the rarest pet. Alright, so I need to go buy an egg first. And it looks like I only have common eggs available, which won't work. But I just checked and it turns out I have a bee egg available, which will definitely work. Now, if this is true, I should get either the bear bee, a petal bee, or the queen bee. So let's go plant the egg and I'll grab my watering cans. And I have about 70 watering cans, so I'm just gonna use all of them here. Okay, that's all of the watering cans I have. And unfortunately, I don't own any Robux, so I can't just auto hatch it now. Okay, it's been about 4 hours now, so let's go see what pet I got. Come on, be something good. And I got the honeybee. I can't remember if that was one of the rare ones or not, so let me go check if it was first. And no, it wasn't one of the rare ones. It's not the most common one you can get, but it's also not a rare one. So this myth is false. I'm going to be remaking every item into mobs in Minecraft. First item we're going to make into a mob is a lava bucket. First we'll add the lava inside the bucket, then we can start making his arms. And I'm going to make his arms coming out from the lava. Now we can add his hands and we'll give him some fingers as well. Then we'll just copy it to the other side. Now we can start to work on his mouth. So I'll just make an opening in the middle like this and give him a bottom lip. Now I'll just make sure to color the inside of the bucket so it's lava. Then I'll give him some angry looking eyebrows and we'll add in his eyes as well. Next I'll add in some detail like lava dripping from his mouth. Now all that's left is to add some texture to him, and I think this is looking pretty good. Let's add him to the game. This is how the lava bucket mob looks in game, and this guy's looking pretty mean. The lava bucket is also pretty cool as when he walks, the blocks under him change to either lava or magma, which you definitely don't want him walking around in a forest or a jungle. He's also really powerful as he has his range attack that just kills anything that is around him, and he's also immune to lava and fire because, you know, he's a lava bucket. If you manage to kill one of these, he'll drop a lava bucket because obviously what else would he drop? Overall, I think the lava bucket looks pretty good, so I think I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10. He turned out pretty good. Next item I'm going to change is a golden apple. First we'll start by making the outline for the apple, then we'll fill in the inside. Okay, now that we have the apple, we can start to give it some legs, and we'll give him some feet as well. Next I'll add a stem to the top of his head. Okay, now we just need to color, so I'll color the outline red and orange, and I'll make sure to color it to the back as well. Then I'll change the color of the apple to more of a golden color. Next let's give him some eyes, so let's give him 2 squares on each side, and lastly I'm going to change the color of his legs to a reddish color, and I think this is looking pretty good. Let's add it to the game. This is the golden apple in game, and he's looking pretty small and friendly, which is good because he's supposed to be a healer, and since he's a healer you're able to tame him by giving him a gold ingot. After you tame one of these guys, you can right click him, which will play this cool jump animation, and it would also give you regen too for 3 seconds, which is pretty nice. And when he dies, he'll drop a gold ingot because that just makes the most sense, and I think the golden apple is looking pretty cool, so I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. He makes a pretty decent healer. Next item I'm going to change is a cake. So the first thing we're going to make is his legs, and I'll make a little bend in the top part of his legs like this. Then we'll give him a little shoe. Now we can copy it to the other side. Okay, now we can begin to work on his body, and we'll shape it up to match his legs, and that's looking pretty good. Now let's give him some arms, and we can just copy this to the other side. Then we'll make sure to give him some hands as well. Okay, now let's start to work on the head. So I'll just make a big head like this and color it brown, which will be the cake. Now let's add the icing that goes on top, and we'll also make sure to add the cherries on the icing. Now let's fix the icing a little bit to make it look more like it's dripping off on the side. Okay, now I think he's ready for some eyes, so let's add those really quick, and I'll give him some eyebrows as well. Now we can finish by coloring him in, so I'm going to leave his pants black, and we'll give him a gray shirt with a red tie, and I'll just add in some extra touches, and I think that looks pretty good. Let's see how it looks in game. This is the cake man in game. He looks really good. He kind of does look like an anime character though. He also looks really tasty compared to a regular cake. Wait, no, stop, please, I didn't mean it. The cake man is very hostile hostile as he'll attack anything near him, but if you manage to get some sugar, you're able to tame him. And if you manage to tame him, you pretty much have an unlimited food source, as where if you right click him, it will fill your hunger bar up. And since he's strong, we'll see if he can take down a lava bucket. Okay, it doesn't look like he can, but he did get him pretty low. When he does die, however, he drops a piece of bread, giving you a little bit more food out of him. I think I'm going to give the cake man a 9 out of 10. I think he turned out pretty good, and he was really tasty. Next, I'm going to change a strength potion, and I'm going to make it into a walking keg. First, we're going to start extending these walls up a little bit to form a keg, and we'll just color it in gray for now. Now we'll just start making the walls go inward, and I'll start to form the lid that goes on top, and add the part where you can open it up from. Now I'll just fix the color a little bit so it's a little bit more gray. Then we can start to work on his legs, and I'll give him some feet as well. Okay, now it's time to work on his mouth. So I'm pretty much just going to copy what I did for the lava bucket. So just give him a little opening in the center, and make sure to fill the inside and color it in as well. Now let's give him some eyes. Now all that's left is to give him some details, so I'll give him a little bit of a potion dripping from his mouth, and add some texture on the keg, and lastly color his legs in black. Now I think that's looking pretty good. Let's add it to the game. And this is the potion keg in game, and he is looking pretty refreshing. It's something about it is looking pretty weird. I don't know if it's his eyes though. Now just like the cake man, you're able to tame this guy as well. If you grab some nether wart, this guy can be yours forever, and once he's yours, you can right click him, which will give you strength for 30 seconds, which is pretty powerful. And to see how powerful it is, I'm going to fight a cake man with the potion keg buff, and it looks like the buffs work really well as I easily defeated him. And if one of these kegs dies, he'll drop an empty bottle, which isn't really that good compared to the other ones. Overall, I think I'm going to give the potion keg a 7 out of 10. He wasn't that bad, but compared to the others, he wasn't that good. Next item I'm going to change is Suspicious Stew, and I'm going to give life to it by making a stew monster. So first we're going to start with this gray base, and we'll start making these walls that are going up and make it into more of a circle. Now we'll make these walls a lot higher, as this will be the center of the pot. Now I'll make a smaller wall going around that goes inward, and I'll add another wall on top that goes back out like this. Now let's add the handles that go on the side, and we'll copy it to the other side. And I'm going to change the color a little bit more, so it's more of a black. Now it's time to give it some legs, so I'll extend some down like this, and I won't forget to give him some feet and some toes. Now let's work on giving the head that comes out of the stew. First I'm going to fill the pot. Now for the head, I'm going to give it a small neck first, and then we'll add a big head right on top. Then I'm going to add little pieces coming out from his head that will look like it's stew that's dripping off from his head. Now I'm going to give him some eyes, and now it's time to add the color of the stew. First I'm going to color everything light green, and I'll add in some darker greens, purple, and some brownish looking colors. And I almost forgot to give him some eyebrows, so let's add those really quick. And now I think this is looking pretty good. Let's see how it looks in game. This is the stew monster in game, and he's looking pretty good, although not the stew though. That was looking pretty nasty. The stew monster is a really angry mob, as he'll attack anything in sight, like these sheep. He's also really strong. I gave this range attack where if it hits you, you'll get nausea too for 6 seconds, which is really annoying. He also does a ton of damage where he's almost able to 4-shot me when I'm wearing full netherite armor. And since he's so strong, let's see if he can take down a lava monster. It seems to be pretty even so far, although the knockback they take is absolutely insane. And it looks like the stew monster is stronger than the lava monster. If he does manage to die though, he'll drop another fungus, which is also pretty nasty. And since he's so nasty, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. He looked pretty good, but he definitely could have been better. And lastly, the last item I'm going to make is a slime ball, and we're going to turn his item into a slime soldier. First thing we're going to do is give this guy some legs, so we'll make him the same way we did as the cake man and copy it to the other side. Then I'll also give him some feet as well. Now let's start to make the body, so I'll just raise this up a little bit, and now I'll give him some arms and some hands as well. Now it's time to make the head, and I'll shape it a little bit at the top to make it more round. Then I'm going to color his shoes black and pants gray for now. And since this guy is going to be a soldier, we need to give him some body armor. So let's give him a vest on the front and back, and on the front of the vest we're going to give him some ammo pockets. You'll see why later. And I'm going to copy this over so he has 2. And I'm also going to give him a pocket on the side of his pants so he has more to store. Now let's give him some eyes and touch up his mouth. And I'm going to change his color so it looks more like a slime. And I'm also going to color the sleeve of his arms black. And I think that's looking pretty good. Let's see how it looks in game. This is the slime soldier in game, and he is looking pretty tall and strong. Slime soldier might have one of the coolest abilities out of every mob so far, as he has a range attack where wherever it hits the ground, it will replace the blocks with slime blocks, making it really hard to get to him. So let's see if a cake man is able to take out a slime soldier. And it looks like the Cake Man is having a hard time moving on the slime blocks, so it seems to be working. And yeah, the Cake Man didn't even stand a chance. The slime soldier is pretty strong. However, if the slime soldier does die, he will drop a slime ball, because what else would he drop? The slime soldier didn't really look that good, but he did have one of the coolest abilities. So because of that, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Subscribe if you want me to change more items into mobs. I'm going to be remaking every mob into horror in Minecraft. First mob I'm going to change is a pig, and I think I'm going to make it into a Goatman. We'll start by deleting some of the stuff that we don't need, and then I'll start to make the legs. So I'll start to shrink these down to make some feet. Then we'll add a part of his leg bending back like this, and then I'll add another part of his leg bending forward this time. Then I'll bend it back again, and I think that looks pretty good. So let's just copy it to the other side. Now let's start to work on his body. So we'll connect it to his legs, and then rotate his main body to make it lean forward. Then I'll give him another piece rotated on the side of his body. Next, let's add his arms, and I'll give him some claws as well. Now we can copy this to the other side. Okay, let's begin to work on his head. So I'm going to add a piece on the front of his head, which will be the top of his mouth, and then I add another one on the bottom of it. Now let's add his antlers. So it's making antlers sticking out from the top of his head, and it'll extend down a little bit. Now let's just copy it to the other side, and then I'm going to color him brown for now. Now I'm going to give him some ribs that are going to stick out from his chest. Then I'll give him some eyes and some teeth. Lastly, it's time to color him in and add some detail. And I think that's looking pretty good. Let's see how it looks in game. And this is how the Goatman looks in game. And he is looking pretty scary with all the blood on him. And he's also incredibly tall. Dude has to be like 10 feet tall or something. He looks pretty strong, so let's see if I can fight him. And no, it doesn't look like I can. I mean, I almost died after one hit. And if you thought that you could run from him instead of fighting, think again, as he moves at the speed of light. But if you do manage to kill one of these, they'll drop a bloody goat horn, where if you blow in the horn, it will spawn another Goatman right on top of you, and it will also make it turn into nighttime. The Goatman was pretty scary, so I think I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10. He turned out pretty good. I definitely wouldn't want to run into this guy. Next mob I'm going to change is a piglin, and I'm going to change it into a murderer's butcher. First, let's get rid of all the stuff that we don't need. Then let's shrink his legs down a little, and then add a bigger part of the leg on top, and we'll give him some feet as well. Now it's time to work on his body. So I'll extend it out a bit to make him a lot bigger, and then I'm going to give him a smaller piece on top. Now let's start to work on the arms. So I'll extend out some big looking arms out, and then copy it to the other side. And now we can start to work on his head. First we'll add the ear flaps on the side, and then we'll add his snout and some teeth coming out from under it. And I think that's looking pretty good. Now let's give him some hands so he's able to hold his weapon. And then I'm going to extend a piece coming out from his hand and start forming a big butcher knife. Now let's add in some detail in his eyes and some eyebrows as well. Now we can start to color him in. So let's start with a knife, coloring it gray, and add some blood onto it as well. Then I'll change the color of his body a little bit. Next I'll color his shoes in gray and his pants black. I'm also going to add some blood onto his hands and his forearms as well. And lastly, I'm going to add in his apron on the front. And I think he's looking pretty good. Let's see how it looks in game. And this is how the pig butcher looks in game. And he's really good. This might be my favorite one so far. He's also really massive as well. And since he's really huge, he moves pretty slow, as he can't even catch up to me when I'm only walking. But if he does manage to catch up to you, he is insanely powerful, as he's able to take down the Goatman pretty easily. When he does die though, he will drop his bloody knife, which is a pretty powerful weapon and can do some serious damage. Overall, I think I'm going to give the pig butcher a 10 out of 10 as well. He turned out really good, and he's definitely my favorite one I've made so far. Next mob I'm going to change is a wolf, and I'm going to make it into a werewolf. First, let's get rid of all the stuff that we don't need. Now let's start working on his legs, and we'll give him some feet and some toes sticking out as well. And for the legs, we're going to copy what we did for the Goatman and do the same thing here. Now let's start working on his body, and we'll rotate it forward a little bit, and we'll shift the body going up so it's a little bit bigger at the chest. Now let's start working on his arms. So we'll start some big arms going out and give him some sharp claws as well. Now let's copy it to the other side, and lastly let's give him a head. So I'm going to make it kind of curve at the back of the head so it sticks out a little bit more in the front. Next I'm going to add in his mouth and his ears on top, and then we'll give him some eyes and some teeth. Now all that's left is to color everything in. So I'll change the color of his toes and claws and give him some texture, and lastly add some blood on his claws. And I think that's looking pretty good. Let's see how it looks in game. And this is how the werewolf looks in game. He looks pretty good, and he's also insanely tall. The werewolf also is very scary, as he will murder anything that comes near him. And since werewolves are known to be pretty fast, he's also able to run at the speed of light, making him really hard to run from. Not only is he fast though, he's also really powerful, as he can take down a Goatman pretty easily. Although not the pig butcher. I don't think that guy's going to be losing anytime soon. When the werewolf dies though, he drops his sharp claws, which is a pretty powerful melee weapon and does a good amount of damage. The werewolf was pretty cool, so because of that, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Next mob I'm going to change is a zombie, and I'm going to make it mutated. First we're going to rotate his legs, that way he's crawling on the ground. And the other leg, we're going to make it a little bit shorter, as if it's chopped off. Next we'll also rotate the body to match his legs as well. Now let's work on his arms, and we're going to have them coming out and lifting up his body from the ground. And we'll copy this to the other side. Now for the head, I'm going to change it a little bit so that way he has a bigger mouth. And I'll add some razor sharp teeth in as well. Then I'll give him some eyes. Now it's time to add some detail to him. So I'm going to add thin pieces coming off of his legs, which will look like blood dripping. And then I'll fix his colors up a little bit more. And I'll also add a bunch of blood in his mouth and a bunch of blood around his whole body. And I think this is looking pretty good. Let's add it to the game. This is how the mutated zombie looks in game. And he's looking really demonic, like his teeth look like they could rip me apart. Although he might have a hard time getting to me though, as he doesn't move very fast, being that he has one leg and all. But even if he does catch up to you, he's not the strongest, as a werewolf can easily defeat one of these. But when he does die, he'll drop his zombie arm, which is really similar to the werewolf claw, but it's a little weaker than it, so it's really not that good. The zombie is pretty scary though, as this is him killing a village, and I definitely wouldn't want this guy in my house. Overall, I think I'm going to give the zombie a 7 out of 10. He looked pretty good, but he was pretty weak. Next mob I'm going to change is a skeleton, and I'm going to change it into a ghost. First, let's get rid of his legs as we don't need them. Now let's color in his body black, and we'll shape up his arms a little bit. Now we'll extend his body down a little and rotate it, and I'm going to remove some of the color to make it look like it's ripped at the bottom. And I'll add in some of these pieces around his arms as well. And then I'm going to color in some detail. Now it's time to work on his head, so I'm going to make a hood around his head. Then I'll give him some eyes and touch up his mouth a little bit. And lastly, I'm going to give him some hands. And I think that's looking pretty good. Let's see how it looks in game. This is how the ghost looks in game, and he is looking pretty good. He's also really scary, as when you get near him, you'll get darkness and weakness, which when he is chasing you, it makes it even more scary. He also does a ton of damage, as he was almost able to 2-shot me. Although that wasn't enough to take down Pig Butcher or Goatman, so he's still not that strong. When he does die though, he drops his cloak, which when you put it on, you'll get invisibility, because you know, he's like ghost, you shouldn't be able to see him in the first place. So this makes his item pretty OP. I think I'm going to give the ghost a 6 out of 10. I didn't really like how he looked, but he did have some cool abilities to make up for it. The last mob I'm going to change is an invoker, and I'm going to make it into a creepy doctor. First, let's remove all the stuff that we don't need. Then let's change the shape of his legs and give him some feet as well. Now let's work on his arms. So I'm going to make them stick out a little bit more and give him some hands as well. Now let's work on his head. First, let's add his big nose thing that he has and make it curve down a little bit. And now let's give him his big hat. And then I'm going to add in his eyes and glasses that he has. Now I'm going to color everything in, giving him some red eyes and changing the color of his nose. Now let's add the piece of coat that goes around the top of his body. And lastly, I'm going to give him his magic staff. So I'm going to give him a big wooden staff with a little circle thing that goes around the top. And I think this is looking pretty good. Let's add it to the game. And this is how the doctor looks in game. He's looking pretty good and creepy. And since he has his magic staff, he has a range attack that will shoot fireballs, which is pretty OP, as nothing can get close to him, making him counter the Pig Butcher and easily defeating him. And he may be a doctor, but he seems like he has no interest in helping out any villages. And when he dies, he'll drop his magic staff, which will shoot fireballs, and is really OP, as you can pretty much just spam fireballs wreaking havoc on everyone. The doctor had one of the best weapons and abilities. I didn't really like the way he turned out though, so because of that, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Subscribe if you want me to remake more mobs.